It's that time of year again. The yearly predictions video that comes out of absolutely nowhere because I only talk about video games for 90% of the year, and I will continue to do so. But last year I made this MLB predictions video. I enjoyed doing it. I'm doing it again. The Orioles are good. The Orioles are kind of a machine, and I'm enjoying that very much. And why don't you just shut up, you idiot, and get to what you're supposed to be doing here? Alright, so with the playoffs. It's pretty simple this year. There's the 1 and 2 seeds, which are the byes. There's 6 teams total. It's like the old NFL format. I don't know what that was about. There's no but. So it's pretty simple. The byes are pretty much locked up in this scenario. New York, Houston, AL, LA, New York, Indiana. I don't think anything's going to change there. So we have those two locked in as the bye up top and down below here. And on the other side, we have the Dodgers up here and the Mets down here. I think that's safe. I think those are pretty solidly what it's going to be. So this is where this happens. That's where that happens, because that's happening. I decided.
Odor, high into right field, at the wall, we are tied! A ninth-inning roller coaster ride for Rougned Odor. Into left field from Mullins. That is going to get past Duggar. Everybody go home. One of the most ridiculous baseball games of the year. Into center field, he did it again. Rutschman around third. Mike Trout's throw. Not going to make it. They have tied the game. Into left field. Marsh will not get there. They've done it again. 3 walk-off wins in 5 days.
So I think the AL Central is one of the most interesting divisions in the league. There's 3 teams right now that I think could win it. Well, that could win it. Cleveland, Chicago, Minnesota. Reason I'm going with Minnesota, I picked them from the preseason. I think they had the most complete lineup that I most consistently trust. And they made some moves in the offseason that signaled we're not going to go into a full rebuild like we thought they were last year when they traded Nelson Cruz away. So I just think out of these 3 teams, for one, they didn't have to change their name in the past year because of racism. 2, their main color isn't black. And 3, both of those points are obviously jokes, but I do trust them the most out of the 3 teams there. 4-5 seed, okay, we know Toronto was coming into the season, big team. We thought they were going to be the best team in the AL East. They're not that, but they've turned it around lately, and they are probably the best out of the wild card bunch right now. So I think that's going to stand, and as well as the red-hot Seattle Mariners, or at least they were before they played a good team. But I think they're, with the Luis Castillo trade, solidly in the mix to be that 5 seed right behind Toronto. Okay, and that's my American League side. NL Central. Guys, I picked the Cardinals preseason. They have not impressed me. They have been not great. It is funny, I went to one Cardinals game this year. It was Cardinals Phillies, and they hit 4 home runs in the first inning. So maybe I shouldn't be hating. But I'm doing that. I like them. They're cool. I don't pick them because they're not the best. I just think Milwaukee's the safe pick here. And I'm all about being safe. You know, last year I picked Cincinnati in the wildcard game. I was thinking Cardinals. But I was like, that is outlandish. They're not going to do it. And I picked the Reds, and the Reds didn't make it because they're the Reds, and I look stupid. So when the Cardinals win the NL Central this year, you're welcome, St. Louis fans. Anyway, I think they're going to be playing the Padres as the 6th seed. The Padres, once they get Tatis back, will be better, but so will the Phillies when they get Harper back. So I think they're only a couple games behind them now. Phillies are going to be the 5 seed, in my opinion, and they'd have to try really hard to miss the playoffs. Really hard. Not saying they won't. But I also think Castellanos will turn around. The whole lineup will turn it around. They've got a 1-2 punch that can be solid. I think they can do it. They're the Phillies, though, so don't count this as anything. I'm an idiot on the internet. And then I think the 4 seed's solidly Atlanta's position right now. They are showing that they could win the NL East. I don't think they will. I think the Mets are the most solid team there. They beat them in a series recently. They have another one coming up in Queens. I think the Mets will win that one too. I think they'll get the 2 seed. I think the Braves are solidly the best wildcard team though. And that is basically breaking down each side of the bracket. Now to predict what will actually happen in the postseason. This is where I become an idiot. Last year I picked the New York Yankees. to make the World Series. Neither of my picks made it past the first round of the playoffs that they played in. One of them lost in the wild card, the other one in the division series. So you want me to pick against you here. Don't get mad. You want me to. If I pick against you, you are a champion. A champion. I said, this is a clip from last year. Just look at this. The Brewers are like a next level World Series contender team. Like, it's not, there's different levels here. Right here. This is Atlanta. This is everybody else. I said that about a team that then won the World Series in 2 months. 3 months. When did I make this? August? 2 months. Yep. 2.5. If I say you have no chance, you better be happy. You better be pleased. I'm doing you a favor. Anyway, so let's just click on all the bye teams here, because obviously they will advance. They will not lose to bye, I think. And now let's get into some predictions. Now, Twins Orioles. It won't happen, but the meme kind of works both ways here. The Twins haven't won a playoff game in 10 years. The Orioles are like fun. I'm a fan of them. I don't see the harm in them potentially getting 2 wins in a 3-game series. I think it could happen. They've been fun. If they don't sell, I think it could happen. Now, it's not going to happen, but it could happen. It could happen. Minnesota fans, remember what I said. This is good for you. You're going to win the World Series now. Toronto, Seattle, this will be a great series. Castillo game 1, Gausman game 1. Fun series, lots of great players. I think Toronto edges them out here. I think they have the young players to get it done. But I could see Seattle getting it done. This will be a fun 3-game series. It's sad it will only be 3 games. I think it should be at least 5, even 7. The MLB needs to make these series longer, but overall, I think Toronto's the better team. They have the young players, they have the hitting core, and with the consistent pitching staff, which they haven't really had this year, with Barrios, Kikuchi, I think they are more complete. Now that Montoya is out of the mix. If Montoya was here, this is Seattle in 1. Moving over to the NL side, Padres Brewers. This one I think will be interesting because neither team has been super consistent. Brewers have been up and down. They have a weak division, so they're on top. Padres haven't had their best player, but I think in a 3-game set with that pitching staff, the Brewers are going to edge out the Padres. But I wouldn't count them out with Tatis. Now, if they get Juan Soto in the next 2 days, they are going to win this series. I haven't mentioned that. The trade deadline has not happened yet. It is in 1 day. I probably will record this and see that they have gotten Juan Soto and look like an idiot, but I'm picking the Brewers right now. The next series is Atlanta versus the Phillies. This will be an NL East matchup in Atlanta. Atlanta, I think, is the better team, but if the Phillies get Bryce Harper back and they get Nola and Wheeler for the first 2, the Phillies could win it. They have a chance. Now, I'm not going to pick them because I'm very against taking risks in these type of videos, but I'm gonna pick the Braves. I think the Phillies could do it. I think they have a shot if they get Harper and everyone back healthy and have Nola, Wheeler on the top of their game for 2 games in Atlanta. Now this sets up our division series. We have Yankees, Orioles. Now, as much as I would love to do it, I'm not gonna do it. The Yankees are gonna win that, probably in 3 or 4. They're just been the most complete team in the American League. They have struggled of late, but not enough to lose a 5-game series to a team who is predicted to finished last in this division, easily worse in the American League by far the past couple years. I just think it's not going to be that close, even as an Orioles fan. And then Blue Jays Astros, this will be a fun series. Now, I doubted the Astros last year, put them at the 3 seed. They lost in the division series in my prediction video. They ended up going to the World Series, almost winning it. So I'm going to pick the Astros here. They're just such a complete team. They lose everyone. They lost Springer, they lost Correa. It doesn't matter. They find a replacement that's better, and they keep winning. And the Blue Jays have been inconsistent. And how many words did I say in the last minute? Unless I had Dodgers Brewers, yeah. Why am I thinking about this? It's pretty clear who the best team in the league is right now. It's LA, and it's not close. And so I think they'll win this series. They have the pitching staff to get it done. They have the best lineup in the league. Think about this. Betts, Turner, Freeman. That's like a fantasy draft from 2 years ago. And the Brewers don't, I think, have the offense to keep it up. They've been too inconsistent this year. They're not the team to dethrone the Dodgers right now. And then we have Braves versus Mets. Now this will be such a fun series for both fan bases. I know the Mets fans will be sweating profusely because if they lose this, everything's down the drain. Like, the Braves own you if the Mets lose this series. I think the Mets will get it done though. With DeGrom and Scherzer as a 1-2 in New York, there's no way they lose either game. And I think they'll be able to pull off one more if they get one more start from DeGrom or Scherzer. Even have one of them out of the bullpen if it goes 5. I think it'll be the 1-2 in both leagues. I know it's boring. I picked the Orioles to win a wildcard series, though, so you can't say I'm boring. Astros versus Yankees. This will be a good series. The Yankees lost the season series to the Astros. 5-2, I believe it was. It'll be a great series. The two best teams easily in the American League this year. It's not really that close. Toronto should be up there. They haven't put it all together yet. I think they're coming up next year. This will be the series, I think, of the postseason. I think it'll go 7, but in the end, I think the Astros can't be picked against. Right now, I just think they're the most complete team. They've made the World Series 3 times in 5 years, and that's all I have to say. I think the Yankees, another rough end to a season for them, another World Series this year, but the way it's been looking the past couple weeks, I don't see the Yankees getting past Houston right now. And outside, Dodgers versus Mets. Now, Dodgers versus Mets. Guys, the Dodgers won the World Series 2 years ago. They've been in the World Series a ton recently. They have a great lineup. You know who has a great pitching staff? The Mets have a great pitching staff. And you know what? I don't want to pick LA because that's a boring pick. I want to go with the New York Mets. And I have a Mets-Astros matchup in the World Series. Now again, both these series are going to be great. These are both series we want to see in the playoffs because these will just be fantastic. Obviously, these are the 4 best teams in the league. It's not close. The Braves are kind of there. The Padres were there for a little while. Toronto is in the mix. These are the 4 best teams, and it's all the series we want to see, and it could go either way. I'm picking against you. It's a favor. It'll probably be Yankees, Dodgers now, or the Twins will get past. I don't know, but this is what we're rolling with. Astros, Mets, and to win the World Series, the Astros have been a machine, but that's boring. So let's go. Let's do it. You know what? They signed the players in the offseason. They've been rolling recently, winning 6. They beat Atlanta in a series. And with that 1-2 punch in a series, that's pretty much 2 guaranteed wins every time you put those DeGrom and Scherzer out there. Even with this Astros hitting staff, and I don't know who'd have home field advantage because the records are pretty similar right now. But I want to put the Mets out there. I think they have the team that can get it done. Maybe they need one more bat. But anyway, that's what I'm going with. It obviously is going to be wrong. I like picking New York teams for no specific reason. Yeah, if you lose in the first round in this video, I think you're in good hands. Wait, why did that disappear over there? That's really weird. Anyway, that's my yearly baseball video. I'll probably do another one when the actual playoffs start with their actual bracket challenge. But for now, I have no idea what I'm doing with my channel, with my life. That's a sad sentence.